What's going on, everybody? I'm Grim.
I'm Jolt King 627.
I'm Vile Mods.
And I'm KT of Family Foam Sport.
And we are all your hosts, and welcome to PNNN.
A new Nerf Transformers tie-in blaster was recently announced with the Optimus Prime Blaster, getting ready for their new Transformers Rise of the Beasts movie release coming later this summer. While this isn't the first Transformers-themed blaster from Nerf, it does seem to be the first that transforms from robot to blaster. Previous tie-ins were either only themed in colors, decals, or some weird vehicle-to-partial robot hand blaster thing, like the Optimus Prime Battle Rig or Starscream Barrel Roll. Blaster looks like some kind of Joltoid, but will definitely have the franchise upcharge, with initial reports coming in at around $20 USD.
Someone call a plumber because these leaks are becoming a flood. On Wacom S7's Discord, ChickenMaster99 provided us with a bunch of new leaks from Target's website, all with prices in US dollars. Starting off with the licensed products, we have a pair of Fortnite blasters, the Storm Scout for $42 and the Blue Scout for $40. In-game, the Storm Scout is a sniper rifle, but the Blue Scout could either be a blue skin variant of the same blaster, or it could be related to the Falcon Scout, an in-game intel gathering tool that comes in both red and blue variants. And finally, we have a Minecraft Ender Dragon listing, presumably a blaster, for $40. Previously, the Ender Dragon has only been represented by a microshot, so at least this dragon isn't getting the Pallor and Dusk treatment.
We also have a listing for the Nerf Hyper Uproar 50, which will retail for $45 United States dollars. At that price point, it's most likely some form of Springer. We'll have more leaks for you in third-party news.
Now for a bit of business news. In a January 26th press release, Hasbro CEO and former Wizards of the Coast president Chris Cox re-emphasized the company's Blueprint 2.0 strategy, focusing on a smaller number of larger brands. While the Nerf brand wasn't mentioned by name, Wizards of the Coast, makers of Dungeons & Dragons and Magic the Gathering, as well as Hasbro Pulse, representing direct-to-consumer sales, were both mentioned as recent areas of growth for the company, and may represent signs of what to expect in future Nerf products. In the same release, the CEO announced the departure of Chief Operating Officer Eric Nyman without an immediate replacement, a vacancy that leaves the Consumer Products Division, including Nerf, answering directly to the CEO. Citing weak holiday season earnings and a 9% drop in revenue in 2022, Hasbro will also be laying off roughly 1,000 employees, representing about 15% of Hasbro's global workforce. Hasbro employs around 1,400 US employees at their Rhode Island headquarters, but only a small percentage of that group will be affected.
It would appear toy bow manufacturer Zing has scored a major licensing agreement, now producing a couple of tie-ins for Avatar: The Way of Water. There's the ceremonial bow coming with 3 sonic arrows, retailing for $40 United States dollars, and the Defender bow coming with 3 suction cup arrows, retailing for $25 United States dollars.
And now for third-party leaks from Target, again provided by ChickenMaster99. Dart Zone had 2 listings with the Dart Zone Covert Ops Thunderbolt for $25 and Dart Zone Covert Ops Max Outlaw at $32. If their naming convention is anything to go off of, both should be full-length dart blasters, but since there's no other details at this time, and these prices are right around Speed Drum and Vulcanator price ranges, there's plenty to speculate on form and functionality.
If, like us, you have been wondering why X-Shot hasn't had a new blaster design in a while, you may be excited to hear that they too have some new products leaked, and it seems to represent 2 whole new lines of blasters, possibly with new designs. The X-Shot Insanity series has 3 leaked listings. The Manic for $8, which I would guess is a single-shot pistol. The Mega Mad Barrel Blaster for $35, probably a larger drum springer of some kind. And the Motorized Age Fire for $50. Despite the misspelling, this would appear to be X-Shot's first attempt at some kind of motorized blaster, likely a flywheeler, but there's no way yet to know for sure. Additionally, we have the Pro Series 1 Sinister for $30. This could represent X-Shot's attempt to answer Dart Zone's Pro and Max lines with a higher FPS offering.
Unfortunately, not everything in X-Shot news is for us Nerfers this time. We have listings for small, medium, and large Gel Blasters. The small Gel Blaster will be $15, the medium Gel Blaster will be $40, and the large Gel Blaster will be $55, along with a $10 Gellet refill pack. It's interesting to see yet another foam-flinging company foray into the gel ball space.
And in community news, a new 3D printable blaster has entered the ring over on Thingiverse, with the files dropping for the Apex Kraber, a bolt-action shell-ejecting sniper rifle behemoth. Some notes from the designer: this blaster will come in at about 160 centimeters in length and can weigh in at almost a whopping 8 kilograms if the prints are fully filled. The cylinder volume is also a massive 200 cubic centimeters and is noted to be very accurate and powerful, per the designer's write-up. Luckily, it does include assembly guide, PowerPoint in both English and Chinese, as well as a hardware list that's only in Chinese at this time.
Another new community blaster called Mjöllnir is now open for beta over on Reddit. The designer B. Sanford 0916 says it was heavily inspired by the Pew Pew. Mjöllnir looks like a pretty intensive build, but if you'd like to get in on the beta, head on over to their Discord for more information. Links will be down below in the description.
And for another piece of silly news, Sillybutts has finally released the updated front shroud and dart gate for the Colonel Wasp 76 that gives the blaster a much-needed facelift and simplifies its pusher mechanism. For those that are unaware, the 76 has a reciprocating barrel and dart gate that moves forward with the pusher on firing. In Silly's testing along with beta testers, they found that the action was unnecessary and could be simplified with a static breach with no loss in performance and slightly better accuracy due to the barrel not wobbling. Silly has also added a quick swap barrel collet to allow the user to quickly change out barrel lengths for tuning purposes. All of the files are for free over on Silly's GitHub page, and links should be down in the description. One quick little update in the news: the Maryland Mayhem event taking place on April 14th through the 16th that was reported on recently has opened their registration. If you were interested in attending this event, then head on over to their website, marylandfoamalliance.com, and fill out the registration form now. Just to note, if you are under the age of 18, then make sure you do have your parent or guardian there to help fill out their portion of the form as well.
This episode on the Mod Spotlight, we're going to do something a little bit different. Ever since the Nerf Rival Pilot hit shelves, it's become an instant modding favorite, and I wanted to show some of the cool things the community's been doing with them. In terms of 3D printing, user Nebuchadnezzar on Thingiverse has uploaded some files for shells that you can just stick into the barrel of the pilot. They look pretty cool, and there's a couple different ammo types there. Xbox Games has made drop-in inline clip and single barrel kits for it as well. There's no shortage of traditional mods either. Iron Gopher made his tank Megadarts, and with the help of a little bit of K25+, it's hitting some spicy numbers at about 115 FPS. Axel Sorax used faux barreling to make theirs take Firefly shells, which is really cool. GSP simply shoved a Scar barrel down it and glued dart storage to the side, and it works pretty well. All of this to say, the Nerf Rival Pilot is clearly a really awesome blaster, and I can't wait to see what our amazing community does with it next.
And that's it for our third episode. I'm sure you noticed Grimms' conspicuous absence in this episode. He's taking a break to deal with some health issues, but should be back with us next time around. As usual, the podcast will be out this weekend, where you can hear more of our thoughts and opinions on the news, and there's a lot to talk about this week. Please be sure to do all the YouTube things, like this video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about us, consider joining the Discord, check out all of our individual YouTube channels. Thank you, as always, to our growing list of contributors. We will see you in the podcast and be back in another 2 weeks with another episode.